Your workplace a little on the toxic side? Is there an air of real negativity, and are people leaving just as fast as you can recruit them? If this describes your workplace, then you need to work on workplace culture. And fortunately, guess what? That's what we're here to talk about today. I'm your leadership coach, Jeff LaSalle, and today we're going to talk about the way to get started with workplace culture improvement. Why would I want to improve the workplace culture? Well, for one thing, a happier place and a more positive place is going to be more productive. It's going to have better results, and also it's just plain a better place to work. So it's important to do this. Let's talk about what workplace culture really is, because a lot of people don't really know. And they have some idea that it has something to do with employee happiness, perhaps, but they don't know really what it is or how you get there, and more importantly, whose responsibility it is. So a lot of managers blame employees. They look at the behavior in the workplace and the culture and say, well, it's the employee's fault. Of course, employees blame managers and we get nowhere. So what is workplace culture? Workplace culture really is the sum of the behavior in the workplace that we as a management team tolerate and promote. And how do we tolerate and promote behavior? Well, very simple. It's through our words and our actions, but here's the secret. It's also through our inaction and our silence. So that's an important point. And if you accept this definition of workplace culture, then it's pretty clear that the people who set culture are the management team, the leaders. We decide what behavior is going to be tolerated and we promote it. We either act as role models or we fail to do so and promote the wrong behavior. The other thing that comes out of this definition is critical, is that the time span to create workplace culture is long. It doesn't happen overnight. It is the sum total of thousands of behaviors that lead to this culture. We need to start reversing that trend. That's why I say we're going to talk about how to start this, because really, there is no end game here. You have to change the way you operate and be more consistent. That's how you change culture. So let's talk about this. Where do we get started? Well, maybe the way to get started is to choose one thing that you know impacts culture, that you know isn't going so well, and maybe you're not doing such a great job in your behavior to promote this item. Remember that simple and consistent over time is really what we're aiming for here. It's powerful. Blocking and tackling wins games. It's the same sort of thing. It's simple. You don't need a Nobel Prize in culture change. What you need is to do the simple things consistently, build up those behaviors over time and those expectations of behaviors over time. So, can't think of a place to get started? Well, let me help you with that. A couple of really good places to start. Number one, be less negative around your team. They don't need your negativity. Your negativity just erodes their ability to succeed. So cut out the negativity. You already know that. Next thing, be mentally present when you're walking through your operation. Not only mentally present, but be approachable, be available. So many people miss this. They walk through on a mission and they don't see what's going on around them. If you walk past things that you should stop and correct, you've just given permission for everybody to behave that way. So you've established work culture by not even doing anything, just not being mentally present. You need to be mentally present so that you can set a very deliberate work culture and reinforce it consistently. So these are two areas that I think that most people can do a better job at. And you need to find a way to remind yourself that today, I'm going to do a better job. Remember, you set culture as a leadership team. Keep it simple. Do it consistently. You will move mountains. You will, over time, change that culture, and the performance will come up as a result of that. Now it's up to you. Put your plan together. Leverage the rest of your team. Get them to choose one behavior that they want to do a little bit better, a little bit differently, more consistently, and all of you go forward and change the culture. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of the future videos from Boosting Leadership's Coaching Tips. I'm Jeff LaSalle. I'm your leadership coach.